Hey fellas, welcome to the show. I want to thank all of you guys who have ordered my 7 Steps program. Let me give you guys some how to order stuff information, because there seems to be a lot of new guys who've never ordered products online. Okay, you go through PayPal. Many of you guys, after PayPal, you X out. Why? Why? Why would you X the fuck out? You got to finish the steps. After PayPal, hit return to merchant, or it might say my email address. It'll say return. The top one, whatever the top one is, you got to read after you finish PayPal. You know, it does this whole thing. It takes to a page. Look for where it says return, a line that says return, and that's the top one. It'll say either my email address at AOL, or it'll say return to merchant. Okay. You click that so you can get in the programs. Duh! It's that simple. So many of you guys, like someone just ordered the Confidence Kicker program and was wondering why nothing never got sent to them. The Confidence Kicker program transfers you over to the sign-in sheet. All my other stuff, it transfers you over to where you can sign in. Okay? It's really that hard. I do appreciate you guys' support and ordering these programs, because they're all good for you. You know, I don't put out shit. Okay? So you got to follow the steps. And that's why a lot of you guys, you never bought stuff online. I bought so much stuff online, it's not even funny. I just bought 2 things yesterday, probably 2 things the day before. I'm going to try to buy nothing today. I on Fridays, for some reason, I buy a lot of, these are all internet marketing products, stuff to go on the websites, like plugins and training manuals. I've been learning a lot about Facebook marketing and even Plenty of Fish marketing, because they have a marketing department. So I'm buying products to learn about that, and tons of internet stuff, offline marketing stuff. I buy little stuff every day. Usually they're about $9.95. I've stopped buying those $47 products and $27 products. I just went to the cheaper stuff. But I realize it's become like an addiction for me. Shit, learning new stuff that I'm not even using yet. So I'm going to just make myself stop. But I buy stuff, you know, all the time. Many times a week, I buy at least something. And that's what I'm going to stop. But I bought tons of stuff, so I already know the process, you know, that you got to go through. I know you got to hit return to merchant, because it just makes logical sense, though. I mean, it says right there, return to merchant. Where else are you going to get your product? It's going to magically appear in your box? PayPal doesn't do that. They don't magically go into my site and send it out. Yeah, that's what you got to understand. They don't go into my site and say ooga booga and my site opens up for them. They have no access to my site. Okay? They have no access to anybody's site on the internet. They just do collect the money. Okay? Then they'll take you to where you can get it. But you got to give them their money first. Then they will take you to where you can get it. So remember that. Hit return to merchant. And if you got any problems, then contact me at my AOL address that's on your PayPal receipt, which I'm not going to give out. You got to buy something to give it out. Because a lot of guys will start sending me stupid shit like, well, I had this girl I met. Man, that's my business account. You don't send me stupid shit on my business account. Send it here. The bullying stuff, one guy sent me a message. I actually thought it was fake for Dante. No offense to you if it really did happen, but it was just too coincidental. I guess he broke some guy's ribs and put him in the hospital. It just sounded fake. I tried to make a show yesterday, but the shit bombed out. You know, saying, you know, don't say fake shit. But in case it was real, I did respond to him, telling him, you know, here's what you got to deal with. He was said he was freaking out, and it was a big dude, and I think he was just freaking out, or either he was freaking out or it was fake. There was some guy on the blog. Let's see. Let me see if I can go find it. Which means I got to open up a whole new tab browser. Because yesterday is what I did. I was making the show yesterday, and then I wanted to go look at the blog, some of the comments, and stupid me didn't hit the new tab browser. So I lost the entire show yesterday, which included some of the emails. Okay, here we go. How to deal with bullies. Where's that little nerd at?
Violence doesn't solve anything. If you beat up a guy in a fight, next time he might bring his gang with him and smash you and your girl out.
Nerds. Nerds! Okay. Had to get that out of my system. Yeah. So many people live in fear. Okay. You also might get hit by a car when you cross the street. You might step outside your house and get hit by a drive-by shooting. This is what nerds are told. They're told, Billy, turn the other cheek. Sticks and stones and all that other words don't hurt you nonsense. It's a man's world out there. You either act like a man and deal with shit like a man, or you get punked the fuck out. Okay? And by the way, women want men. They want men. I've been watching that Patty Stanger show lately, Dating a Millionaire, and she's talking about, you know, back when she started the show. I've been going back looking at all the old episodes. And she's talking about how, you know, women now want that hunter, fisher type of man. He knows how to hunt women. He knows how to fish for women. But basically, they want a real man that does go out and do the hunting stuff. I mean, real hunting and fishing. That's the type that, you know, she's promoting to all the women out there also who are watching the show. They want real men. And I did talk about that one lady in England who said, thank God the beefcake is back. Someone with the ideology that violence doesn't solve anything. He's right. But that's not what the issue is. Okay? It's a man's world out there. And if you want to get the babes, you got to become a man. All right? So, this guy, I'm not going to mention his name because people like to... That type right there, they're the type that, I'll call the cops on you. I'm going to tell YouTube. I'm going to flag your video. You know, weak-ass motherfuckers. They like to do weak-ass men things. I'm telling on you. That type of motherfucker. So I'm not going to mention the motherfucker's name. But he's right in some aspects. Violence doesn't solve anything, but unfortunately it's a man's world out there. You're dealing with, okay, in the nerd world, in the mommy's boy world, where you're all coddled and protected, and she changed your grown-ass diapers and shit, and powders your butt, and ruffles your hair. In that world, yeah, violence doesn't solve anything, but it's a violent world out there. And you either know how to deal in violence and handle it when it comes to you, or you get, this guy, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because he probably won't learn to defend himself. He'll think, all I gotta do is call the cops. By the time cops get there, every meat on his bones is gone. He's a pile of goo in the ground because he didn't learn to defend himself. Okay? So listen, on one hand, he's got something good to say. On the other hand, it's not based in reality, unfortunately. And I wish it were true that violence would not solve anything, but you either stand with the bullies now, or they're going to keep coming back until you get hurt. Okay? Bouncing the clubs, I've seen this shit. I think he's actually spoke back to me. What I'm trying to say is that if someone tries to piss you off, you should try to deal with the situation firstly through verbal means. I can agree with that. I do agree with that. Obviously, if some dude were physically touch my girl, I would probably resort to violence. What about you? If they were to jump in your face and get that, you know, guy kissing thing, what the fuck you talking about, motherfucker? Huh? What are you gonna do? See, fear will make you bow your back. And a man should not have that kind of fear in him towards other men. I don't care how big the motherfucker is. Understand that. I'm glad I learned this lesson from my father at an early age. And he told me don't ever lose a fight. Yeah. He used to box Golden Gloves, and he was in the Army, got the Purple Hearts and all that shit, one of those type of dudes. Then he got pussy and went to the Air Force. So he was in the Korean War in the 50s, and then he jumped over to, after he got injured, to the Air Force. But he got drafted. They were drafting black people. And so, yes, they drafted mulattoes also, with that one drop rule. I see a lot of different comments on it. I'm glad you guys are responding and putting in your 2 cents. And that's why I'm all about building you guys up. Because majority of you guys are those type of guys who made that kind of comment. That's the world you come from. You're small, you're kind of dweeby-ish. I've seen your photographs. Many of you guys are kind of dweeby-ish. Dweebs, what I call you. Small fries. And I used to be 159 pounds. That's from teaching like 14 aerobic classes a week, but I got real skinny. So I've been a small fry before. 159 at 6'1" is pretty skinny to me. There's guys who are actually taller and they weigh like 135, 145. That's like a stick. I at least had, I've always had a big chest. So even skinny, I still had a broad chest. But I had little pencil arms and bird legs. Still got bird legs too, but everything else is kind of built. So hitting the weights is for your own benefit, because it also increases your testosterone level. And testosterone comes out as an aggressive energy. So when something like that does happen, you got the ball juice to respond like a man. You notice the guys that will say stuff like, violence isn't good. They probably don't hit the gym. Many of them probably don't hit the gym, I should say. So you look at the guys who are doing that shit, they hit the gym. You don't see some skinny dweeb trying to, punk somebody out. There's motherfuckers that hit the gym. So you got to hit the gym so you can compete on their own level. And I've seen some great physiques on guys who are real smart. One of the guys I trained, came in second in the Southern California Bodybuilding Natural Championships. And in that same competition, I lost. And there was a guy named Mike O'Hearn in that competition. He went on to be on the cover of every magazine from Iron Man. If you guys know bodybuilding, you know Mike O'Hearn. He's now on some American Gladiator show. And he did a movie. Because he had the all-American pretty boy look, plus the big legs. But bodybuilding or doing something in the gym is something you got to get to. Okay, I know it hurts you guys. I know you don't like pain, and you're afraid of getting hurt. But go there anyway. That's the temple of men. So you got to come to the temple of men and pray. That means get up under the iron. And that's where you're going to find your balls. And that's where your balls will decide what type of man you are. Peace, Phyllis.